getting over this hump together. That's me, Evangelist Angie B, Amazon International #1 best-selling author, mother, daughter, sister, friend to some, entrepreneur. Angie B is a mental health advocate, a motivational speaker, an ambassador for alopecia awareness, and media personality. Hello, everyone. I am the Queen Bee, Evangelist Angie B, and I'm honored to be here with you, a domestic violence survivor. She has endured physical and mental trauma and shares her testimonies around the world. Recently named by Contessa's Court, Women in Business 2023, we've been over some humps. And we getting over this hump together. Let's get it started. Hey.
We chilling in the car, having dinner. I got bowl, and like most intelligent women, I ate my dessert first in my bed, and we get over this hump together. Tonight is a very special night because I get to hang out with some of my family, doing big girl things and having big girl conversations. And so part of it, I know y'all hear them giggling back there. They got the whole car bouncing. We decided to go through the drive-through and sit with the don't choke now. You need some water? We decided to sit with the sunroof open and the windows down because it's Florida and we can do that. Praise the Lord. But we decided to really just have some conversations about what our grandmamas told us. And at the time, we didn't believe it. But now it's like, oh, you know what? Or what our mamas told us, because we got a college student in the back, so she can probably relate to that one. You know, sometimes your mamas tell you stuff and you like, nah, that don't even, that's twisted. That don't. But then later on down the line, you're like, ooh, yeah, I can see how that could have worked. Or, yeah. So we don't want to say that we have regrets, okay? Because every opportunity is a learning opportunity. Everything, we experience, it helps us to grow and it helps to make us stronger. But how many of us learned a scripture back in the day and thought, them smooth stones ain't got nothing to do with me, or that slingshot, or hey, that's just what happened to her, but they ain't got nothing to do with me. How many of us learned something in school or in the Bible and it's like, I see it, it's all coming together. So that's kind of what we're talking about tonight. If you have a question or a comment tonight, you're gonna have to put it in the chat. Please don't text it to me because we on my phone, and I ain't gonna be switching back and forth. I could, but I ain't. So put your question in the chat, or yes, you can text it to us and I will respond when we get off the show. Okay. You are watching We Getting Over This Hump Together with me, your host, the Queen Bee, Evangelist Angie B. And why do we do this show? My daughter Jasmine says we do this show because she be the only one going through something. She'd be like, why are they picking on me? And I'd be like, child, they do other folks that way. Countries go to war for stuff like that. Men be tripping over their feet for stuff like that. You ain't the only one. And she don't believe me until later on. And she's like, oh, yeah, Ma, I remember you did tell me that. That's what we're talking about tonight. That's what we're talking about tonight. So I got a couple of very special guests in the studio. I'm not going to put them on camera right now, but you may hear their responses in the background. We got us, let me see if I can find this. we got one of my favorite interns in the car with me. Jasmine not only can respond to my questions, but she can translate some of y'all's questions for me if I don't know what's going on. So let's give a big round of applause to Jasmine. She's here in the studio. I know. You want to hear it again? There it is. Big round of applause to Jasmine. Okay, so I'm glad she's probably got some comments she's going to contribute later on. And then a few years ago, it's been, I think, almost 4 years ago, Jasmine gave us the tallest, strongest son-in-law in the family that we could have ever asked for. His name's Eric. Okay, Eric is cool and everything, but Eric's mama is the bomb. Okay, that's my riding partner, my ace. Okay, so we got Mama Gail in the car with us tonight. You probably won't see her, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna have something to say. So let's give a big round of applause. Yeah, who's back there? Okay. And then I have to tell you, have you ever seen like a small child and they were so adorable? You just wanted to scoop them up, pick them up, take them with you, and just be with them and feed them candy and dress them up in cute little clothes and just be there. And then all of a sudden, this little child just grew up and was like looking at you like you was a pedophile. And then this small child goes to college and you're like, oh Lord, you was a grown person. I can't just take you up and dress you. No. Okay, well anyway, we got one of them college students with us in the back seat. Here's a round of applause for the college student. Now, this is a very, very soft-spoken college student. I really got to have a heated conversation to be able to hear the sound of her voice. So we may not hear from her, but I'm pretty sure she may whisper in somebody's ear and say, that don't sound right. Or she may have something to contribute. So here we've got a broad spectrum of guests. We've got a newlywed. We've got a mother of a college student and the college student, and a grandmother to 2 granddoggies. Okay, so we coming at you with some thoughts, and the first thought that I have is that my mother used to say, got to have comfortable shoes. If you not wearing comfortable shoes, your feet gonna hurt, your back gonna hurt, your shoulder, everything on you gonna hurt. Later on, you're gonna get ingrown toenails, you're gonna get hammer toes, you're gonna get bunion. You got to have some comfortable, supportive shoes, right? So we come to Florida and everybody here wearing what? Slides, flip-flops. Even in the wintertime. Winter for us is like 2 weeks in January. So even in the wintertime, we might put on socks. But how many of us really think we need to have some strong shoes, right? Till later on, it's like, I probably could use some support. Some shoe support. And then we're in them mandatory orthopedic shoes with the custom inserts. What was something that a mother figure in your life told you and you didn't believe it then, but you kind of thinking she was right now? Anybody got any inputs? I see Gail back there on the phone. She writing some stuff down. Little college student. Anybody done told you something and you ain't believe it then? She whispering. She thinking. I do have to give a shout out to Jasmine. She did say that, I'm from Detroit. I'm gonna lock the door now. Don't be looking at me. I'm gonna lock the door, especially with Lord, not been here. Oh yeah, I am live. Okay. So Jasmine said something that was really, really sweet, and because I know Jasmine, it was true. Jasmine said whatever her grandmama told her, she believed. Even when your grandmama sent you out to get the chickens, because she said they was pets, but they was really gonna be dinner.
It was dinner.
It was dinner. Absolutely dinner. Okay, we got some quick shout outs. And then I've got some, let me see, turn this on. Then I got some, oh, no, don't need that on. I got some exciting announcements for each and every one of you. Shout out to Pastor Gabe and his lovely wife, Alexa and Cinia. Shout out to all my pastor family in Deltona, Florida. Thank you so much for thinking of me and telling folks about me. I appreciate that. Thank you. Got another very special shout out to Auntie Gwen, who called me, I think, 3 days in a row. She usually tries to call me once or twice a week, so I guess she forgot we had talked. Or maybe she just knew I needed another ear to complain to. So, you know, every now and then we need to do that. And shout out to Pastor Mary Hope in St. Augustine, Florida. It's all about Jesus and me, the teaching ministry. I do appreciate you, Pastor, and I'm looking forward to our conference coming up in November. And while I'm talking about it, I might as well show y'all the video, okay?
A Gethsemane moment. Blood, sweat, and tears. A conference presented by It's All About Jesus and Me, the Teaching Ministry, Incorporated. Your host is Pastor Mary Hope. Join us November 10th through November 12th, 2023 in St. Augustine, Florida. The address is 1855 Prunier Road. There will be preaching, testimonies, and workshops. Blood, sweat, and tears. A conference presented by It's All About Jesus and Me, the Teaching Ministry.
Hey, you guys, we're back. Yeah, I'll be in St. Augustine, Florida, November 10th through the 12th for the conference. We are excited to announce that we have 3 vendor spaces available at the conference. So contact Pastor Mary Hope or contact me and we will get you scheduled. And the vendor spaces are inside the building, inside the church, not in the sanctuary, but in the church. So you don't have to worry about being outside where you cannot hear the word and cannot enjoy. You're going to be inside, and I'm excited about that. Hey, Reverend Dawn Martin up in Dayton, Ohio. Come on, y'all have to help me sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Reverend Dawn. Happy birthday to you. That's my girl. See, I told you Jasmine got my back, even with a mouthful of dinner. She got my back. Happy birthday, Reverend. We love you and appreciate you. And I want to thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so Reverend Dawn's comment is, my granny used to say, don't forget that you're a representative of this address. That means you need to always be respectful and responsible because you are a representative of your family. I hear you, Reverend. I hear you. Don't go out here looking any old kind of way like you ain't got no mama, no daddy, no little sister to tell you you look like a basket of laundry. Don't go out here. I mean, I'm trying to keep up, but the cursing these days, come on now, you know. Anyway, that's a whole completely different topic. So thank you for that, Reverend Dawn. I don't know, but we gonna figure it out. Yes, that part. Sometimes, like I used to tease one of the young men in my life. I ain't gonna call no names, but I'd be like, you kiss your mama with that mouth? And he'd be like, yeah, I'm about to kiss you too. And I'm like, nah, get some mouthwash. Roxanne, something, you just can't be out here in this world just acting all regular when you know you got a praying mama, a praying grandmama. You probably got a daddy that could have whipped your behind. You know, you got people. You just can't be. Okay, anyway, tonight's topic, as we have dinner in the restaurant parking lot, and we are all together. Tonight was girls shopping night. Yeah. And we just want to remember, like, Jasmine, you said it last night. You was making a bowl of chili, right? Mm-hmm. And you talking about how the chili, you didn't mean to be spicy, but you just went into automatic mode and started grabbing stuff. And yes. I said, I know your family use a Chestang, so that's gonna be some hot chili. And then you said your ancestors just grabbed your arm like Ratatouille and just said, grab that and grab.
Kept going until they said stop.
Yep. Kept going till they say stop. And that's something, because how many of us really paid attention to our mamas when they was in the kitchen cooking? I know I didn't. Mama just told me to peel some potatoes with that little thing you scrape, and I hated it because I always scrape a knuckle or something. But but now it's like, okay, I get it. I need to saute them onions to make it smell like something is cooking even before it is. I need to add more seasoning than just salt and pepper, you know?
Yes, please.
Please. It's got to be other seasonings going on. So, Reverend Dawn, I love your granny. Last time I saw Reverend Dawn's granny, she just looked at me and smiled, and her eyes just danced at me. That's something that my mom always brought to the table. She always brought a smile or a joke or something pleasant in every situation she was in. And I think that's important. If you're a large presence in a room, like, right, Jasmine, if I walk in the room, you're gonna know I'm in the room. But this college student might walk in the room and you might not see her or hear her, but she's absorbing everything, right? So for us larger than life people that walk in the room, we always need a little college student in the back that's got some discernment to let us know what we need to be doing or that we need to get out of there. You know, that's really what we need to be doing. Okay, I see we have some more comments that have come in. Somebody said salt and pepper is not a seasoning. Well, who's never said that must be in the category of fried fish. The side dish for fried fish is spaghetti.
Not spaghetti. Yeah.
Oh, Lord. We are dedicating tonight's show to our grannies. We got some grannies that are still with us. Praise the Lord. Your granny is about to be how old?
Should be 80 in February.
Should be 80 in February. Praise the Lord. Where's my applause button? Praise the Lord. Should be 80 in February. And I was a child that had 3 grandmothers because I didn't know the distinction until later when I realized that granddaddy was married twice. And, you know, but we didn't have steps. So I just had an extra grandmama. Mm-hmm. And the Lord has given me a word inspired by them. My grandmothers were Ruby, Pearl, and Elizabeth. Mm-hmm. And so that message, if you plan a women's conference or something and you need a powerful word, Ruby, Pearl, and Elizabeth. Let me tell y'all about my grannies. But there were so many things that they told me that I really didn't get, like put a cap full of bleach in the dishwasher, in the dish water while you washing the dishes, right? Uh-huh. Put a cap. Well, Reverend Dawn say she used to hate washing dishes. So she didn't want to cook, but I get it. We didn't want to do chores, much less do them correctly. I remember a few times I just put some dish soap in there and it was like, I got to get the bleach. Now, My other daughter don't even want bleach in the house because she know if I see some bleach, I'm bleaching the walls,
You bleach the bleach.
the baseboards. I'm gonna bleach the floors, the grout.
It's too much.
It's too much. Okay, but
Too much.
just a cap full.
Careful too much.
Just a cap full. That's so. We got to learn the lesson and how much to use of it,
Yes.
right?
And how much to use?
How much to use. Now we got another helicopter going by. Is that the medical transport? Okay.
So
So
that's the Navy. It's a blue and gold.
oh.
Yeah.
So my mama also used to say, if you see an ambulance going by, so that was a flying ambulance, you spoke, Lord, keep them. It's gonna, and what I teach you, it's gonna be all right.
okay.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. All right. So I know it's the fall season is upon us. We're looking at the November conference in St. Augustine, Florida. But if you were with us when the show first started, you'll see that the Moms in Ministry is celebrating our 10-year anniversary in ministry. What are we doing? What have we been doing? And what do we believe the Lord will allow us to do? Well, what we have been doing with the Moms in Ministry is we've been traveling, and we always have 3 mothers to speak. A grandmother, an expected mother, a stepmother or a non-traditional mother, just a grandmother, just a combination of mothers that will give it to you straight, no chaser. We come to you based upon the book of Titus, which says the older women are supposed to teach the younger women how to do things. And that's the foundation of the Moms in Ministry. So this Sunday, we will be live in the afternoon. So don't worry, you won't miss service. We'll be live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube with our final workshop for 2023. And my 2 guests, you'll see their adorable pictures on the screen. I met Michelle Anderson Davis when I traveled to Texas at the start of Alopecia Awareness Month. And she is not only a fabulous singer and entertainer with an anointed voice from God, but she is an advocate for vitiligo. I think her tagline that she said to us was, "I am losing my melanin." And so she's just absolutely adorable. For me, I don't even notice, but she was a part of the fashion show and came out with this black and white wig, kind of like Dalmatian hair. And it was like, oh, it's so cute. But she talks about vitiligo and the struggles that she goes through with that autoimmune disease. She is a grandma. She's got pictures of her grandbabies all over social media, and she's going to be joining us on the Moms in Ministry. And then Kiana Diane Long Hargret with the Levi Long Sickle Cell Association. She's going to be joining us, and not only talking about sickle cell, but talking about being a mother. She is the mother of a son, and I love to talk to women that have sons, like my ace in the back seat, Gail. She got a son, and at one point I think I told her, "Thank you."
Some son.
Oh, well, she got. Yes, I've only met one. No, I didn't. Me too. That's right. She raised some solid men.
That's
so,
right.
and I got girls, so I like to talk to them. So, please, ma'am, please, sir, please be prepared to join us for our next installment of the Moms in Ministry this weekend, where we continue.
It's time for the next installment of the Moms in Ministry, a workshop presenting the gospel of Jesus Christ as only a mom can do. This ain't like any woman's workshop you have ever experienced. This is ministry presented by moms that tell it to you straight, No Chaser. Celebrating our 10-year anniversary, we are standing on the promises of God. Join us Sunday, October 29th, 2023 at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, streaming live. Our host is Evangelist Angie B., founder and director of the Moms in Ministry. Her special guests include Michelle Anderson Davis, Director, Customer Service, Prairie View A&M University, and Kiana Diane Long Hargret, CEO and founder of the Levi Long Sickle Cell Association. Follow us on Facebook. Search for Moms in Ministry, MOMS, the letter N, Ministry. To watch the workshop, follow Angie B. Tour on Twitter or Live with Evangelist Angie B. on YouTube. Moms in Ministry. Based upon the book of Titus, chapter 2, verses 3 through 5 in the New International Version of the Bible. Moms in Ministry. Telling it to you straight with no chaser.
All right. We got a comment from the Peanut Gallery, otherwise known as our college student. Now listen, how many of us had a stomach ache in the morning right before we was going to school?
Me.
Or we were supposed to be sweeping the floor or vacuuming, and all of a sudden we had a backache, or something was going on, some physical ailment that was causing distress, and you went to your mama and you said, "Mama, I think I'm gonna die." And mama said, "Did you drink some water?"
Yes. That would be like,
did you wait, or did you drink some room temperature water?
room temperature always.
Room temperature, because your body got to work harder to warm up that ice cold water. Yeah. Thank you to our college student who said her mama always used to tell her to drink water, and she's like, "What does that got to do with anything?"
I could have a skin rash.
Let's get rash.
Drink some water. Lay it on down.
Yeah.
You're dehydrated. No, I'm not.
I know. Oh my goodness. It's the little things that we might not think of, but later on it's like, oh yeah, I need to be drinking some water. So shout out to Reverend Dawn. She says Daytona needs a falling into beautiful. Okay, Reverend Dawn, it's up to you. I know you got you in the school system with them children and things. So you're gonna have to let us know when you want to bring your Falling into Beautiful conference to Jacksonville, to Duval. How y'all say it? Duval. So we do need to bring it to Jacksonville, or possibly St. Augustine, Florida. We may be able to get Pastor Mary Hope to host us, and that way we'll be right in between Daytona and Jacksonville. So you have to check your calendar, Reverend Dawn, and let us know. I know I spoke with a gentleman in Baltimore, Maryland today who has a beautiful venue for about 500 people. And it's got a dressing room and everything. So I believe we're going to be going there in 2024 to do a book signing and a beauty bazaar. Huh?
In Maryland?
In Baltimore, Maryland. Because that's where our cousins are. Mm-hmm. And it's not too far from Dr. Vanessa Blackwell. And there, So we're going to be bringing, yes. Yeah. And the museum is in DC. Right. Yeah. So we're gonna plan maybe a summer stop, like maybe right before Father's Day, maybe that's June, right before maybe to go to Baltimore, Maryland with a mini beauty bazaar showcase, so that our Bold, Beautiful, and Bald beauties can come and be showcased, and authors can come, and we can have a good time. So Reverend Dawn is thinking spring break. Well, your spring break and our spring break is a little different here.
Very different.
Little Miss College student, when is spring break here in Florida?
March, right? Yeah.
March.
It's like the second
Yeah, second or third week in March. And I know that the Fresh Book Festival is in February. So we can't do anything February, can't do anything in March. So Reverend Dawn, you're going to have to let us know what time is good for you. Okay? All right, Mama Gail, what you got? Somebody told you something. And she's still thinking. Mm-hmm.
question.
What was the question? Tonight's topic is, did somebody in your life, some grown person in your life, tell you something, and at the time they told you, you was like, that ain't gonna work, that don't relate to me, that's not
I have something. It did not come from a mother, but it came from somebody equally important. Equally as important.
Okay, I'm turning the camera on you. Oh, okay.
Verbal is fine.
Verbal is fine.
This person said to me,
yes, I'm listening.
You have to remember that nobody gives a blank about you the way you give a blank about you.
Well.
So you always have to do your best for you.
Well.
Because it's you against and you versus.
Well.
So I took that and I said, well, somebody got to care. My parents care. It was a parent who told me that, though.
We kind of care.
It made me realize, like, you are all you have. You're the only one in your corner.
Mm-hmm.
And where somebody can love you equally and, love you more than you think you love them, or love, you think all these things.
Yeah.
Up until somebody, say, for example, you walk into a restaurant, you're hungry, so it's your main priority.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get the food. Let me get home.
Mm-hmm.
But that person, they clock out at the end of the evening and they go home and they get in their bed, and, maybe something was done to your food. Anything could have been done, but you care about you.
Yeah.
And they want to go home.
Yeah.
So a couple times in life, I've been shown that really no one cares about you the way you do. So you got to take care of you.
What about your mama?
My mama loves me with everything in me. But priorities can be different. Just like my mama has to give a blank about herself more than anybody else. If everybody just takes care of themselves wholeheartedly, we'll be all right.
And that brings us to another aspect of the moms in ministry. Self-care. We got so many moms that are just busted out here because I got to do this for the children. I got to do this for okay, so then you drop down. Then who gonna do what for the children?
And then the children don't know how to do for themselves.
Thank you.
Because you've done so much.
There you go. And they don't know that their source is Jesus, not the job, not what uncle slide them, not what big brother come and save them from, not what mom is cooking. You got to go to your source. You got to. And if you don't teach your children that, and you get all worn out trying to do for everybody, what? Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. What was that other thing? We had a conversation. We had a question. And I know we almost had time. We had a question that came in last week that was like, it really wasn't a statement. It was a mother that was disappointed when she found out that another mother was charging her child rent. The other mother was charging her 18-year-old rent while the 18-year-old was working. Okay, you decided you didn't want to go to college. You're going to get a job. You're going to pay rent. Well, the person that wrote in the comment was flabbergasted. Why are they going to charge rent? It's not like they need the money. It's not like. And I'm like, first, you need to stay out of their household because you don't know. And second, why is it bothering you?
Right.
We mothers need to, have you ever seen, well, there's an ambulance over there. They headed to, I know. Helicopter, ambulance. Let's see if the fire department come around. So, there's some speeders. Oh, well, okay. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. How many mothers are in somebody else's household? Do you ever see a bird? Okay, say a bird has been building a nest, right? They get the nest built, and then they lay their eggs. Do they go over to the next tree and start taking care of them eggs? Or do they take care of the eggs that's in their nest? Can we? And yes, Eric Simmons Jr., thank you for watching. Too many hands in the pot. Yes, I recently had to be reminded of that. I did. And I believe I learned my lesson well. If I didn't, I got some folks that'll check me on it. But we just can't be concerned about what somebody, now if somebody else comes to us and says, what do you think or what would you do? That's good. But don't get your panties all twisted because somebody else is doing something and you don't understand why they doing it. Okay? That's something my big mama taught me, you know. Like Eric said, don't have too many hands in one pot. Reverend Dawn, know you got to run. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. And Jasmine, there's a comment for you, Jasmine. It says you was operating out of the book of Chastain.
That's right.
Verses 1 through 10.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And also, spring break for us is March through May. Well, the big truck for the electric company has pulled up. What is that, JEA?
Jacksonville.
So I wonder if he's going to dinner or if he just feel like being here. All right, you are watching tonight's impromptu episode of We Getting Over This Hump together. Tonight is girls' night, and we are all together in my car. Yes, we're in Florida, so the windows are down, and we are enjoying ourselves. Got to give a very special shout out to author Avalon Sule Brown. Don't look that way. He done took his shirt off. Avalon Sule Brown for her brand new book. Volume 1 is now available in audiobooks. You can contact her for that. But now she is looking for men in the medical profession, especially men that are nurses. If you know any men that are nurses, please have them to get in touch with either Avalon Brown or me, the Queen Bee, Angie B. We want to hear their stories. How many women have rejected the help of a male nurse because they were a male? How many male nurses were looked upon differently because they were a nurse and not a doctor? That is what Avalon is looking for. Avalon is also working on a new anthology. She's looking for people who want to write a story about how they found love through Jesus Christ. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic story like you fell in love with Boaz or he fell in love with Ruth. It could be that you fell in love with a lesson, a career. You fell in love with something because Jesus Christ led you to it. So please contact either Avalon for more information or myself. Now, immediately following tonight's episode, we want you to call in to the prayer line. Pastor Mary Hope and the co-laborers of It's All About Jesus and Me teaching ministry. The prayer line opens up Wednesdays and Thursdays. As soon as I get off the air, you can call 904-907-5784 for prayer. 904-907-5784 for prayer. Okay. So Mr. Eric Simmons Jr. says JEA don't work, so they most likely on their 13th lunch break. Well, I don't know.
Trucks too.
It is.
Everybody.
I would turn the camera around on them, but I don't want to just put them out there like that. If they, but yeah, what they serving at that restaurant over there? Maybe that's what we need.
Yeah.
So
Christmas Park Fall Festival.
I know. Okay, so got just a couple more quick announcements for you, and then we're gonna be getting out of here. I was talking about Avalon's new book about the men in nursing, but let me tell you about the book that just came out today.
Hi, this is author Avalon Celeste Brown. I am the visionary of this project. Recently, I've been speaking to different nurses who have been expressing and voicing their challenges and their frustration while working in the field. So I decided to reach out to different nurses from different specialties and bring them together to create a book so that they can write about their experiences, their challenges, their frustrations that they experienced in nursing and how they overcame them and why those challenges did not make them quit. This is going to be a very important book for the next generation of nurses because they can see that they are not alone out there. The nurses before you have gone through these same type of challenges, these same frustrations, but they never allowed it to make them quit because nursing is their passion. And this is what we want you to know. Keep your passion. Never let them make you quit.
Audiobook produced and promoted by Angie B. Productions. You are invited to Walking in Victory, Take 3, a free community stage show, Friday, November 17th, 2023 at 7 o'clock p.m. Featuring warriors of worship, Laura Burnett, and two-time Tampa Bay Gospel Awards nominee, Stacy Elevated Wilson. Hosted by Far More Entertainment, a 501c3 community organization. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Local business owners on site. Sponsors, donors, volunteers needed. Call 407-476-8121 or visit walkinginvictory.eventbrite. Promotional assistance provided by Angie B. Productions.
Yes, I am. Praying for you. Yes, I am. Praying for you. Praying for you.
It's almost time for the prayer line. Almost time. Okay, what you got, Jasmine? Jasmine got a question, comment? Okay, she ain't got no questions or comments. All right, then one more upcoming event I want you to know about. It's going to be in Deltona, Florida, which is in between Daytona and Orlando, but not that far, and you need to be there for it. So here you go.
Dr. April Johnson Enterprises presents Royalty, the Domestic Violence and Cancer Awareness Luncheon. Join us Saturday, October 28th, 2023 from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Center of Deltona, located at 1640 MLK Boulevard, Deltona, Florida. Order your Royalty t-shirt. Cash App Kingdom Royalty Life. Zelle 813-545-9218. Or send your PayPal donation to kingdomroyaltylife@gmail.com. Shop with vendors, enter the raffle, and learn why the colors for October are not only pink, but purple too. For more information, send an email to kingdomroyaltylife@gmail.com or call 813-545-9218. That's 813-545-9218.
Time for us to get out of here because we all giggling and acting silly. But I do want to thank everybody that sent in their comments, especially my college student in the back. Y'all drink your water and your room temperature water. And don't just think because you got a big old gallon jug that you finished twice in one day that's enough.
Also, don't leave plastic water bottles in your car. Microplastics are real, people.
What the heck is a microplastic?
We're
Okay.
in Florida.
And the other thing I want to let you know is mothers, fathers, grandparents, if you have raised an intelligent child and they tell you to do something, count on their intelligence. Don't just be like blowing them off. Okay? So when I get off of this call, I'm going to find out what a microplastic, whatever. Well, okay, no plastic bottles. Okay, don't forget, prayer line begins in a few minutes. If you are praying for somebody, I'm praying for a cousin that I have that is under medical care. I'm praying for the folks that are helping me to uh, get healthy and strong every day. I'm praying for the rest of the traffic that gets out the way as I attempt to try to drive. And Mama Gail is like, oh goodness, I'm praying that way. And Eric Simmons Jr. says, never listen to the full. What is his name?
I know it.
So Eric, he says, never listen to the dumb children. I'm sorry, I didn't raise no dumb children.
That's right.
And they dumb friends that they brought over, I prayed over them. Okay? Didn't I? I prayed over them.
Yeah.
And then I put them to work. So we want to thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight. It's just about time for us to get out of here, but keep in mind that you don't have to go far to find gifts for everyone on your holiday shopping list. Okay, I know several authors, myself included, that have autographed books that make great gifts. I know some people that have some wonderful jewelry items that make great gifts. And I also know a couple of professional seamstresses that can create something fabulous for you. So don't just give all your money to, them folks that deliver in them big trucks or them places that, pay high overhead and have to share that with you. Keep in mind, we small business owners, we's out here and we can help you. And like my daughter said, don't wait till the last minute to do your shopping. Okay, you got what, 2, 3, 4 checks before the holidays come? Spread it out so then you ain't paying that interest in January because you flipped out your credit card. Okay, so if you're thinking about something for the holidays, here's an idea for you.
A Mother's Heart, an anthology by visionary Teresa Jordan, featuring 9 phenomenal co-authors. This book is created for men and women around the world. It is dedicated to mothers from the past, present, and future. We thank you for your resilience, strength, and unconditional love. We honor you for the countless times you have been problem solvers, held things together, and became a superwoman to many. You are appreciated, and your great work and contributions will continue to be celebrated. Quote, "But Jesus beheld them and said unto them, With men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." End quote. Matthew chapter 19, verse 26. Our prayer is that these powerful stories will transform your life, creating pivotal moments for you, and also be responsible for leaving permanent marks in your heart. Our prayer is that every story is an inspiration to you going forth. A Mother's Heart, compiled by Triumphant Magazine, published by Triumphant Magazine Publishing, promotional support by Angie B. Productions, and narrated by me, the Queen Bee, Evangelist Angie B. A Mother's Heart, an anthology.
Hope for it.
Well, talking about squash and everything, and I'm about to eat my chili, and it's about time for us to get out of here. Don't forget to join us this Sunday for our virtual Moms in Ministry. Just check my timeline. You'll see the registration link. Follow us on YouTube Live with Evangelist Angie B, and search for Angie B Tour on Twitter, or what is it? X? Whatever.
The app formerly known as Twitter.
The app formerly known as Twitter. And if all hearts and minds are clear, we gonna end up the show by saying
Jesus wept.
Yeah, he did. And he gonna be on season 4 of The Chosen.
Yes,
That's the big thing. Anyway, if all hearts and minds are clear, just keep in mind, if God speaks to you through somebody, a little older than you, or a little wiser, or somewhere you want to be, just kind of keep in mind that may not be applicable for you right then and there, but you could sure use that wisdom later on. Right? Right. Okay. Time for us to go. Thanks, everybody. God bless.
It's time for the next installment of the Moms in Ministry, a workshop presenting the gospel of Jesus Christ as only a mom can do. This ain't like any woman's workshop you have ever experienced. This is ministry presented by moms that tell it to you straight, no chaser. Celebrating our 10-year anniversary, we are standing on the promises of God. Join us Sunday, October 29th, 2023 at 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, streaming live. Our host is Evangelist Angie B., founder and director of the Moms in Ministry. Her special guests include Michelle Anderson Davis, Director, Customer Service, Prairie View A&M University, and Kiana Diane Long Hargret, CEO and founder of the Levi Long Sickle Cell Association. Follow us on Facebook. Search for Moms in Ministry, MOMS, the letter N, Ministry. To watch the workshop, follow Angie B Tour on Twitter or Live with Evangelist Angie B on YouTube. Moms in Ministry, based upon the book of Titus, chapter 2, verses 3 through 5 in the New International Version of the Bible. Moms in Ministry, telling it to you straight with no chaser.
Starters, we just gonna dim the light a little so I can see. I'll put it back out.